Hello and welcome to Play PKN, the weekly video bulletin of the top news stories on PKN Packaging News, Australia's media hub for the packaging industry. I'm PKN's publisher Lindy Hewson, and this week's episode is brought to you by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest distributor of printable materials for packaging and the creator of the Ecoporium by Ball & Doggett platform. Well, in our lead story today, we bring you an update on plastics resin manufacturer Qenos' possible closure of its Australian plants, with a new report from The Australian revealing that the company's Chinese owner, China National Chemical, has reached an agreement to sell Qenos to Logos Group, an industrial and logistics property developer. A conditional share sale transaction has been entered into, but at this stage there is no certainty a transaction will eventuate. However, if it does, it is likely the manufacturing operations will cease because it's the location of the sites close to water and rail transport networks that would be attractive to Logos, not the manufacturing businesses. Qenos, which has not confirmed these reports by the way, currently employs around 700 people across the two sites, and the LDPE and HDPE materials it produces are widely used in the packaging industry across food, pharma, cosmetics and personal care sectors, among others. The general consensus among packaging industry experts is that the closure of Qenos manufacturing plants will be a huge blow to Australia's plastics circularity ambitions. In another update to an ongoing story, Rafael Geminder's long-running bid to buy 100% of Pact and to take it off the ASX has stalled and may be going backwards, with his investment vehicle now having to offer recent sellers their shares back. Former Pact shareholders who sold to Geminder's investment vehicle from the 1st of March will be able to buy back their shares while the Australian Government Takeovers Panel waits to determine if it will proceed with a case against Geminder's bid. The latest twist to his attempt to take full control of Pact comes shortly after the Takeovers Panel put an interim order in place blocking Geminder from buying any more shares while they consider a claim by his opponents. That order remains in place. Well, next, international recycling leader Terracycle is celebrating a decade of recycling hard-to-recycled waste streams in Australia and New Zealand since starting its local operations in 2014, and having since kept nearly 100 million items out of landfills and incinerators within the region. Globally, Terracycle has recycled more than 8.3 billion items. In 2014, Terracycle expanded operations into the Australian and New Zealand markets with just 4 waste streams at the time. Today, its regional capacity has grown to include more than 60 free recycling programs with some of the most popular brands in Australia and New Zealand. Then the Australian Packaging Covenant Organisation, APCO, its members' roadshow is back for 2024. CEO Chris Foley and Head of Government Partnerships Peter Brisbane will be visiting Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Brisbane and Adelaide for APCO's next roadshow for its members, as I said. The focus will be on the development of APCO's 2030 strategy. APCO says that just a year out from the target date of 2025, the rates of recycling for key materials, particularly plastics, remain low. The 2030 strategy aims to set out a bold new vision for Australia's packaging system that closes the gaps on the national packaging targets. Next, the packaging industry stands to benefit from China's recent removal of the tariffs imposed on Australian wines, although it may take some time to see a turnaround. Restoring wine trade will boost demand for glass bottles, closures and labels, and the label printing industry in particular has welcomed the move, as the wine label sector is one of the more lucrative areas for the industry, with vineyards often requesting elaborate embellishments on labels, especially for the Chinese market, where Australian wine is viewed as a premium product. Glass bottle manufacturer Orora has predicted no immediate benefit to its glass business for financial year 2024, but is predicting that 2025 will see volume growth for exports to China. Then news from the fibre-based sector. $80 million has been injected into the Whakatane mill in New Zealand to boost folding board production from 66,000 tonnes a year to 230,000 tonnes, and will pave the way for a further increase of 100,000 tonnes a year capacity. Whakatane is the only board mill in Australasia region. Its products are distributed here by Ball & Doggett under the Formakote brand. The company says the investment in its board line will also deliver higher quality board, including a smoother, more consistent surface, improved white point and yield advantage. The mill is now calling on local companies to buy local rather than sourcing board from China, Korea, Finland or Chile. And finally, just a reminder that PKN's inaugural Women in Packaging Awards program is open for submissions across 6 award categories: Innovation Champion, Sustainability Leader, Packaging Technologist of the Year, Design and Branding Visionary, Manufacturing Leader, and Communications Excellence, which includes marketing. Entries close on the 24th of April, so do wrap up your accomplishments and send them our way. Nominate your peers, your teammates, yourselves. Let's show the industry the depth of our talent that we have in our ranks. You can enter via the Women in Packaging Awards tab on our website. Well, that's all from me, folks. For more on these and other stories, do head over to our website, packagingnews.com.au. Thank you, as ever, for watching.